to shape up. We're going to go through a good program for today. We've got some dynamic warm-up. We've got some cardio in there, along with a full body workout, which is going to contain some body weight and some weight training as well. And hopefully finishing off with some core work. All right, so let's get started. We're going to begin first with the dynamic warm-up, bringing the feet hip width apart. We're going to start with the squats down and up. So squatting down, lifting up, bringing that chest forward and the glutes slightly back when you squat down. So 4, 5, we're going to aim for 10, really pushing through those feet. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. All right, so bringing the right leg back, coming into lunge, lowering that back knee down, pushing up through both legs for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's change sides, bringing the other leg back, lowering down, lifting up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one on this side for 10. Standing up nice and tall, we're going to do some forward leg swing, starting with the left side. Big lift up, really grounding on the right side. So focusing on 10 for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, then crossing it over, opening that hip to the side, or opening that leg to the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, bring that knee up, opening the hip or opening the knee to the side, using the glute to open the knee, and just really focusing on activating that glute. So I think we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now let's change sides. So big lift, 3-way leg swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then crossing it over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then bringing the knee up. We'll open the hip, opening the knee to the side, using the glute for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good job, guys. So let's bring the feet nice and wide. We're going to come side to side, walking the palms over. And just remember, if you can't get on down to the floor like I am, you can work it side to side as well. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, walking it over, big stretch up towards the sky, open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 more, 9, and 10. All right, let's bring the feet, walk them in, and then just gently roll it up, keeping the knees a little bit soft. All right, so placing the palms on the legs, folding forward, stretching out the backs of the legs through here, your glutes and your lower back. and leading with the chest. So lowering down for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's aim for 4 more, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. All right, standing up nice and tall, let's do some quadriceps stretches, so reaching to the sky, but changing sides, try to keep it dynamic, moving side to side, focusing on that balance, maybe using the wall, hand on the wall to help yourself balance. All right. Okay, so bringing the leg behind, we're going to pump that heel up and down, stretching out the back of that leg. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change sides, pressing the heel to the floor, big lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll bring it around the core, stretching it out. So you're stretching the abs here, you're getting the spine, focusing on spinal rotation, using big arms, and reaching. All right. Couple more. 1, big reach. 2. All right, coming back to center, big pull front to back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And maybe open it up and hug the arms around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and big reach to the sky, big vertical stretch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and stretching out rotating the elbows, and bring them in. All right, and circles, and in the other direction, and then maybe some shoulders, get all nice and loose on there. Good, and then the other direction, don't forget about that. All right, okay. So let's get ready. We're going to start off with a little bit of a cardio warm-up. So we're going to go for 8 sets. And we're going to work for 30 seconds, resting for 10. So first one I'm going to have you start with is some jogging on the spot. So jogging on the spot. Okay, so just remember like soft joints and the knees, and then you can use speed for your intensity. So if you want to go quicker, you're just going to jog faster. If you want it to go slower, then you're just going to jog in baby steps, slower movements. Okay, so let's get ready. Okay, so listening for the timer, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So jogging it out, guys. Use those arms. So nice soft joints, easy on those hips. And again, you can just use smaller movements, slower movements to bring the intensity down. You can always change the intensity by bringing it down to a less movement or slower movement, not less movement. So pumping it out. Okay, resting for 10, and then we're going to do some fast feet, quick feet. So like football shuffles. Okay, you can bring them wide, you can bring them narrow, you can go faster, slower. So you pick, looking for that appropriate intensity for you. So work it out. 10 seconds. Push it out, nice and strong, don't give up. Okay, high knees, we have high knees next. So jumping is gonna give you higher impact. Okay, and then lower impact, no jumping. It's a nice big lift. Okay, picking your intensity and working with that, maybe combining the two. Maybe do a little bit of high, a little bit of low. If you want something in the middle, you can do that. 14 seconds. Up next, we're going to focus on jumping jacks. So we'll do front arm jumping jacks. Okay, front raise jumping jack. Low impact jumping jack. So bring the arms to the front instead of the side. So nice big lift. Pump it out. Work at your pace. Next, we're going to integrate squatting with butt kick. Squat, butt kicks. Those are a multi-movement in this next one coming up. You have 8 seconds. Okay, so 4 butt kicks and then 1 squat. 4 butt kick, 1 squat. Alternatively, 4 butt kick, 1 squat. Okay, pump that out, nice and strong, guys. Making it work for you, working at your own intensity. Almost there. Okay, we're going to do skaters next. So I'll show you both variations. Okay, one variation of that skater is jumping side to side and crossing that foot behind. The other one is no jumping, stepping side to side, bringing that leg behind. All right, let's pump it out. So nice and strong, 20 seconds. Okay, next up, we're going to do some side punches coming up next. So get ready, pump those last few out. 3, 2, 1. All right, side to side. Punching those arms out. Rotating through the feet. Okay, here we go. And we got 2 sets left, so 1 set remaining after this one. It's almost there. All right, we're going to do some pivot steps next. Some pivots, so pivot side to side, pivots. So rotating through the core. All right. Okay, pump that out, guys, nice and strong. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the core part of our training. Yeah, okay, good boy. Good, let's keep it going. 9 seconds. All right, okay, good job, guys. Let's rest up. We're gonna grab a drink and then just grab some weights so you have them handy. But this program can also be done without the weight. So if you don't have weights, I'll also give you the examples without the weight. So we're going to be working for 40 seconds and then transitioning at a 15-second rest period. So the first exercise we're going to do, we're going to come into that stationary lunge position, and then we're just going to lift the back leg up. So you're focusing on squeezing the glute and transferring the weight to the front of the leg. So just making sure that when you do that, you're really focusing on the transfer weight into the heel and not driving all the way through the toes, because that could bother your knee just a little bit. Now you can do that with or without weight, okay? So we're in this position, bending at this knee, and we're just lifting up. Okay? All right, so I'm going to set you up. We have 12 different, we have 12 sets in total. Some's going to be unilateral, meaning we work one side, then the other, and then some is just double together. All right, so get in position. I'll set this up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here we go. I'm pumping that out. Again, you can use a weight. You can use one at the chest. You can do 2 at the side, and it's a big lift. Up and down. Up and down. My furry little friend is just hanging out in the screen here. I'll just get him out of the way. He likes to interfere with the training a lot. Okay, so keep it going, nice and strong, guys. 10 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Now we're just changing sides. So bending into that knee, we're lifting that back leg. So we're really concentrating on that one leg in the front. Okay, get ready. Okay, here we go. Let's pump that out nice and strong, guys. Working it out. Okay, so abs are nice and tight. Keeping that back up nice and tall. We have 17 seconds left. And almost there now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, knees are bent, bringing the arms out in front. We're gonna do chest and rear fly in a standing position. Okay, this one can also be done without the weight. So nice big squeeze. So when I say squeeze, you're focusing here in the back of the arm, and then squeeze to the front. So you're using the chest muscle. So again, you're using your weights or without weight. So keeping the knees soft, the abs are tight. You're working through that movement. So opening and squeezing. Next up, we have squats. Three, 2, 1. Okay, so feet are hip width apart. That means feet are underneath the hips. We're going to squat down, lift up. And again, you can use just your body weight and the dumbbells with that. So as you squat, think about bringing the hips behind, chest forward, lifting it up, and breathing it out. All right, pump that out. So remember, we're going to get a couple rounds of this whole program in, so we have lots of time to adjust weights, make extra corrections. 16 seconds left. Almost there. Okay, coming into low lunge, so kneeling one leg back. You're going to rest your elbow on the inside of the thigh, and we're going to curl the arm up and down. So curl the arm up and down. Okay, so you're working now the bicep right in here in the front of the arm. And you've got a little bit of a rotation going on here, away from the arm that's working, okay? And then don't forget too, we can also integrate a chair into this one, if you like. If you don't want to kneel, you can be seated. You be seated, bent over, same position, except in a chair. Okay, so pumping that out. Okay, so now we're changing sides, guys. So other side, now you're opening up towards the other side, a little rotation through the core, big squeeze, breathing out as you lift, breathing out as you lift. Okay, so making sure that elbows rested right in the inside of the thigh here, and make sure to breathe as you pull the dumbbell up. Okay, 12 seconds. Up next, we're going to be doing curtsy lunges. I'm going to show you a couple different variations of this one to increase the intensity. Okay, so here's one variation, all one side. You're doing the curtsy lunge back and the knee up. Okay, there's also the curtsy hop. If you're feeling so inclined, you can try that one. So finish, do all one side first, then on the next set, we'll do the next one. And weights are optional as well. You can just use your body weight. You can step into the curtsy, but you don't even have to do the knee up if you don't want. So you can go curtsy, curtsy, knee up if you want to make it harder. Again, you'd be working on that balance on that side. Okay, so only put the hop in it if you can do it. I wouldn't recommend if your balance is not good or you don't feel totally comfortable doing it. So again, working with your own comfortable range of motion. Okay, then you're going to change sides. You're coming into that curtsy again with that knee up, or just the curtsy lunge. So if you're looking at me from straight on, I'd be stepping back on a diagonal and then bringing it back to neutral. So diagonal curtsy, diagonal curtsy. When you think of like the curtsy lunge, you're kind of thinking like, you know, the curtsy, right? So you want your toe to be in that same sort of placement. 20 seconds. Okay, a couple variations coming up next for this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming into plank. That can be any style of plank. That can be from here or that can be on here, but we're going to do an arm lift to the side. So you're using your body weight and you're alternating side to side. Alternating side to side. And again, off the knees, you really got to focus on keeping those hips down. You do not want your hips to stick in the air. They got to be in line with the rest of your body, and you have to be able to maintain that so you're not sagging in the center like this, okay? That's really hard on the back. So if you can't maintain that, you have to drop the knees to the floor. And again, you're working those arms side to side. Okay, a lot of stability there for that one, a little bit challenging. Okay, so again, we're going to be doing plank, any style of plank. You're going to come to the forearms, and then you're going to push the arm, pushing the palm into the floor, lifting up, then lowering back down. So pushing up and lowering back down. So again, you can work this one from the knees. And you can also do it in the box push. So the box is like the tabletop in the yoga, where you're like this, and you can push, come down into the plank forearms, and then push the arms back up. So you can very much do that in the same position if you have trouble with one of the two other style of planks. Okay. 5 seconds, we're almost there. Okay, so we're gonna do all one side. You can put a weight at the chest here. So hanging on to a weight, stepping to the side lunge, coming back. Side lunge, coming back. Side lunge, coming back. Now, if you're feeling really inclined, you can do the side lunge, come back, side leg raise. Okay, so there's two options there for you if you want to try to increase the intensity and also focus more on balance. Now, it's also important too when you're doing that side lunge that when you sink into that bending knee, you're making sure that this foot stays flat and the knee stays a little bit behind the big toe. Okay, so now you're just going to change sides. So changing over to the other side. So side lunge, come back, side lunge, come back, or you can add that side leg raise in. Okay, so that's our last set. You're going to work that out. Well, it seems like my furry little friend isn't going to leave us alone today, so hopefully you find him entertaining because he's just kind of wandering in and out of the screen. Okay. So 10 seconds left, pumping that out. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, now that's a rest for you guys. So you're gonna grab a drink, gonna rest up, and then we're gonna go for another round on that. I'm hoping that we'll definitely have time to do 2 full rounds. There might be a couple exercises I change up just for something different. So don't be alarmed if I changed it a little bit. I'll be like, oh, I forgot that, because sometimes I do that too. Okay, so just a little reminder, we're going back to the lunge one. So this is the one where we do the back leg lift. Back leg lift. Okay, so again, you can use weight, you can just use your body weight, whatever's good for you, okay? So let's get started here. You don't want that heart rate to drop too low. All right. Okay, so here we go. Nice big lift up with that back leg. And then if you can't do the back leg lift, maybe just up and down would be good enough for you to do. You could do that too. Okay, so it just kind of depends where you're at, right? Maybe you just don't have a lot of that energy today. You want to kind of be a little bit more low key, so pick the low key options. If you find that your knee bothers you, or you have some other elements, then just work around it. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. We're almost there. All right, now we're changing sides. So again, we're lifting that leg, focusing on that balance in the front leg, pushing through the heel of the front foot, or again, just the basic up and down. Now you want to make sure when you're doing the lunge up and down that you're keeping both knees bent, okay? And that back heel has to stay off the floor the entire time. This is not a proper lunge where the heel keeps contacting the floor. You stay up on the toes, and then you just work with your comfortable range of motion from there. So almost there, guys. Okay, so bringing the arms out in front, we're going to do that chest rear fly exercise, keeping the abs nice and tight, knees are bent, opening it up, closing it up, open, close. And again, now if you're not using weight, which is fine too, I really want you to focus on the muscles. You're squeezing the chest, opening the arms, and then getting into that rear delt back here. So Don't just fly your arms out to the side like nothing's going on, okay? So you want to keep them nice and tight. You want to work through the range of motion. You want to feel those muscles. Okay, coming up in 10 seconds, we have squats. And again, with or without weight, it's up to you guys. Okay, so squatting down and up, squatting down and up, okay? So again, with or without weight on this one, butt's coming back, the chest stays up when you squat down, so you don't want your chest to hug your knees. You want to keep some space between that chest and that stomach and those upper thighs, okay? So leaning too far forward in a squat, that's not a squat. You work from the hips, you work from the knees when you bend into a squat. Okay, the chest does not hug the tops of the thighs. So you can do some self-checking on your own there as you're working through the exercises. Okay, Gary, you need to get off my mat. Okay. Okay, so that's coming into a one-legged kneeling position. So we're in that low lunge position. We're going to do that one arm curl, elbow to the inside thigh, big lift up. And just remember to breathe out as you lift, breathing out. So you're squeezing into this muscle right here. This is a bicep. Squeeze, breathe out. So when you're pulling the dumbbell up, that's the hard part of the exercise. You want to breathe the air out. So I guess he's just going to hang around during our session today. My dogs aren't here, so they would probably be trying to steal the show as well today. Okay, so we're going to switch sides. So resting that elbow right into that inside thigh, keeping the palm rested at the hip. And you're rotated, like your core here, and you're slightly rotated to the opposite side that you're curling. If I was rotated the other way, I'd be sunken down into my bicep curl, but I really want to open this up as I curl. And again, remember, you can do this on the chair too, right? Like you're in the seated position, you're in that bent over position, exactly the same movement, exactly the same movement. There's always ways to modify or change. Doesn't always necessarily have to be classified as a modification by any means. Okay, so coming up is the curtsy. So we got the knee up curtsy, or we can just keep it to the curtsy. Okay, and remember, I also erred on caution when I said you can add a hop in there if you want to put the curtsy hop in there. You can use weight, but again, just be careful if you're doing that. With some of the non-impact movements, you can hold a weight at the chest, okay? Or you can hold 2 dumbbells at the side. All right, really good for balance, stability, and control there when you're doing the knee up part. 10 seconds, and then we're going to change sides. So we're almost there. Okay, changing over to the other side. So we have 10 seconds, getting ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're into that curtsy knee up or curtsy regular back to center. Okay, so just thinking about that legs coming back on that angle, the curtsy. Okay, pumping that out, we got 20 seconds left on that set, and then the next 2 exercises are going to be on your mat. So we have the planking with the winging arms and the push-up plank as well. So you're almost there, 5 seconds, getting close. Okay, so coming into plank, any style of plank, you're going to do that arm lift to the side. So keeping that arm bent at 90 degrees, bringing it up to shoulder height as you lift. And again, too, like I said, you can do that in a box push, or a box, I always call it box push because you can do the push up from that position as well, or planking from the knees. So any style, pick what's good for you. 10 seconds, and we're going to go to plank pushes. So almost there. Okay, so coming into any style of plank, including the box, and you're going to do push press. So up you come, and lengthen the arms, and back down again. So you can work this one from the knees. You can work it off the knees like I am, or you can do it from the box push. So down, up, down, up, up. Okay, so any style in that one will work good. I always say, pick your poison. 20 seconds. Okay. Okay, so next one coming up, we're going to do, I'm going to change this one. So before this was the side lunge, I'm going to change it to squat with the heel raise. Squat with heel raise. Now you can hold the squat exactly like I am. You can add a weight, and you're bringing the feet, the heels up. While you're holding that squat, you can do 2 dumbbells at the side as well. So you're doing a couple different movements here. You're working the calf muscles here in the back of the leg. And then in that stationary or that static movement, you've got the quadriceps, you've got the hamstrings, you've been working the glutes in there. And of course the core too, abs and back. Okay, let's keep it going. Okay, so laying on the mat next, flat on the belly, chin resting on the tops of the palms, knees bent. We're going to do leg lifts. So you're just lifting a little bit off the mat, drawing the soles of the feet to the sky. Now you can also alternate them if it's easier, or if you find that a little bit better on your back. So breathing out, it's just a little lift. Your little lift through the lower part of the leg here. You're squeezing the glutes, activating them, and the lower back. So breathing out. Okay, almost there. We have 8 seconds. Oh, so he's going to stay on my back now. You're really pushing it, buddy. Okay. All right, so you get a free fur animal show today. My apologies. Okay, so let's rest. Grab a drink. We're gonna squeeze in another round. Again, like I said, I might slip in a couple little different ones. So rest up, and then while you're resting up, I'm just gonna bring your memory back to the first exercise. So we were doing the lunge with the kick. So this one. All right, so remember we're doing all one side first, and then we'll change sides. And it's optional to use the weights, so with or without the weight. And then I also threw in to do just the regular one up and down if you didn't want to do that kick back one. Now, if you're having a little bit of trouble with if it's just the stability of it, put your hand on the wall and do the kick back. It'll help you stabilize a little bit. Okay, so let's get ready. Well, one more round. We're going to kick some butt here. Starting in 4, 3, 2, 1. So kicking it up. And you want to keep those abs nice and tight too, right? So as you're doing your lunge, a common mistake in general, even with just this movement, everybody always wants to lean slightly forward. Always say when people are doing that, they're kind of moving towards their tightnesses. So really try to straighten it up and move the way you should be through those hip flexors, those knees, those hip joints, and especially those toes and ankles. Good. Okay, change sides. So we're moving over to the other side now. So we got that lowering down and kicking back, lowering down, kicking back again, or just the regular lunge up and down. Okay, here we go. Popping that out. So almost there. I'm going to show you a different exercise in place of the arm fly one this time, because we did this one up next, but I'm just going to show you something a little bit different. So again, like this one can be done in the seated position, and it can be done in like a bent over position. I'll show you the seated variation. So with or without the weight, you're going to fold forward. You're going to bring your arms up to the letter Y, and then lower back down again. So when you're actually looking at if you're using dumbbells, you make the letter V, and then you make the letter Y as you raise the arms. So you know that song, YMCA. Okay, so same same sort of thing. So you're making that Y, okay, and lowering down. So this can be done with or without the weight, standing bent over as well, or seated. Okay, so give that a try. So it's really good for your shoulder mobility. So you're getting that work through the rear delts, also working with the mobility of the arm, lifting it up and down through range of motion. Okay, so picking your squat. All right, so we've got the regular squat up and down. If you want to spice it up a little bit, you can squat down. You can do a leg raise, squat down, other side, leg raise. So either one of those is good. You can try that. So remember what I said about those squats? You're keeping that chest up. You're squatting down. Remember, the chest doesn't hug the thighs. You want to keep some good space between the two body parts. 20 seconds. I'm trying very careful not to trip on my mat. My shoes like to stick to it, and then I end up potentially tripping. Nothing's been fatal though, which is good. Okay, so taking the dumbbell, resting it on the inside of that leg, we're going to do the bicep curls, so up and down. So big lift. And breathing out. And again, remember we use the chair as well. Okay, let's go one side first, guys. And then we've got that chair option. Again, the feet are just in front, and you're doing that bicep curl. Okay. Okay, so on the next one, I'm going to substitute. No, we're going to do the other side, and then I'll substitute the curtsy lunge for something else. I can't get too far ahead of myself because then I forget to do the other side when I'm doing unilateral training. I've done that quite a few times. Okay, so you're changing sides. So changing sides, you're doing that other side. Nice big lift up, breathing out. Keep myself on track. Most of the time as instructors, we're always thinking ahead, planning, right? And then I forget what's happening in the moment, which isn't good. You don't recommend that. All right, so pump that out, guys. Working that nice and strong. I get my trusty mat out of the way here so I don't trip on it. I would not be setting a good example of keeping my workspace safe. All right, 10 seconds. Almost there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to alternating side to side lunges. So side, come back, side. So you're going one side, over there, and then over there. Okay, so you're trading sides. Trading sides. So you can use weight. You can hold one at the chest if you like. It kind of keeps it out of the way of the legs when you're trying to do the side to side thing. I always usually like to hold one at the chest. Keeps my space clear. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to change your plank up too. So we're going to do a different kind of plank next. Okay, almost there. Okay, so plank rocks. So you're going to rock forward and back. So you're rocking from the toes and the ankles. You can also work it from the knees a little bit. So forward and back. You just need a little bit more from the hips. And then if you're in that box push, you can just hold, your plank in that box push. You can even also do one side. You can hold it, then change sides. You can't really rock. You can rock kind of in that one. I find that from the knees, like from the second one, it's harder because you have to bring your butt up. So it's really more holding that position if you're working just from the knees of the plank. But the box one and the regular one, you can definitely add the rocking forward and back. Okay, so let's come into planking again. We're going to do the arm push up and lower down. So this requires a bit of our strength to do this one. So again, you can definitely work this one from the knees. And you can also do it from the box. Okay, now just remember that when you're working this one, you want to keep the abs nice and tight. And don't predominantly always push with the dominant arm. Make sure that you change up the arms. So to push off, if you're doing all, say, the right side, just be conscious of that and do some on the left side too. Okay, so we're going to come back to some squats. So holding the dumbbells either at the side or one at the chest. We're going to do squat heel raise. Squat heel raise. Okay. So you're really pushing up through those toes, working the calf muscle, breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, dude, you got to get off my mat. I see your back. What he really wants is to go outside. That's why he's lingering around. I put his little harness on and then I stick him outside. So he's really just lingering around because he wants something, not because he's, trying to be friendly. Okay, so we're going to come into all fours. We're going to bring the one leg back and then we're going to do lifts. Okay, now we're working the glutes. Okay, and then we'll change sides on the next set. So you're in that position. You want the abs to be tight. Okay, palms are underneath the shoulders. Make that correction. And your knees are tracking underneath the hips. You extend that leg back. You're keeping the toes as your toe tapper. All right, now I don't necessarily think that going really, really high is good in that one because it can wrench the lower back a little bit. So bring it maybe slightly above the glutes. And keep the knees straight. A lot of people bend the knee. So there's a couple of variations of that exercise. For that one particularly, keep the legs straight, okay? You're probably used to seeing the donkey kick as well, but we're doing the legs straight on this one. Okay, so now we're changing sides. Okay, you guys pump that out. I'm gonna get us ready for our next exercises. All right. So you have 16 seconds left. All right, okay, rest up, guys. Nice work. Okay, we're gonna hit the mat for some core work. So grab a drink. I'm gonna set up our timer, and we're gonna do some other goodies, and then we're gonna round it out with some stretching. All right, so this one, I want to do 6, and then I'm going to add an extra 3 to make it 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 exercises in a row. Then we're going to go back, repeat, and then back, repeat. So it'll only be a 3 exercise rotation, but repeated a total of 9 times. Okay, but you will only be working for 20 seconds, and I'll be giving you a 10-second transition period. Okay, so first one we're going to do, I call this one the Sit Hinge and Reach. So we're going to rotate. So you're bringing the right elbow to the left knee, and then you're just changing it over. So we're alternating on this one, side to side. Okay. All right. So let's get ready. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So side to side. Four seconds. Okay, lift the leg, lower slow, change sides. Lower slow, change sides. Lower slow, pelvic tilt, change sides. Up. So nice and slow, you're working those low abs, pelvic tilt. All right. Okay, so we're coming into tabletop, lifting up the glutes. And then if you like, you can put a little leg raise in there. Lift the hips, little leg raise. Now, if that's a little bit too much for you, you can do the bridges, lifting up and down like this. So just remember that for the next round, you can do the bridges up and down. Okay. All right, so we're going back to the Sit Hinge. Now, if you want to make this one a little bit harder, you can do the reach behind. Okay, so you can make that one a little bit harder. Or you can just stick to the hinge, side to side. Okay, next one, we're doing that slow-mo rate lower, change sides. Slow motion lower, change sides. So quicker on the up, but slower on the way down. Quick up, slow on the way down. Okay, and then we got that tabletop, lifting up, lower the hips, kick it up. And again, you can do that in the bridge too. Okay, some of you have a hard time being in that other position, especially like putting the palms behind you and trying to open up the chest. This one's a little bit easier to do. Okay, so try either one, see how it works. Okay, Sit Hinge, we're back. This is our last round. And again, you can reach around. so pump that out. Almost there. Okay, slow motion, lower, change it. Lower, slow, lift. Okay. 5 seconds. Okay, so upward bridge. You can do the little leg lift if you like, or you can do the bridge on the floor. You can also pull the palms up for focusing on more stability. Okay. So it's your last set, guys. 4 seconds. All right, nice job, guys. Let's bring it on up to your feet nice and slow because we've been working on the ground on the mat. So just be careful with the change of blood pressure. So just nice and easy, take your time. All right, so we can start off maybe with the hand against the wall if you need some balance. We're going to begin with the quadriceps stretch. So bringing the opposite palm to the leg up to the sky, and then changing sides. And other side. Changing sides. Just remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. And changing sides. Good. Okay, so we'll stretch out the hamstrings. I'm just going to move my mat out of the way so I do not trip on that mat. Okay, so crossing one leg over the other, folding forward. And then bringing it up nice and slow, rounding that back and then changing sides. Folding forward. So nice work today, guys. You did a great job. I hope you're enjoying the workouts. Get a little bit of furry friend entertainment. You wouldn't get that normally if we were training all together at the BOAA. There'd be no furry friends running around. Well, then again, Albert runs around, doesn't he? He likes to visit everybody. All right, and then change sides. We all need our little furry friends. For most of us who love animals, it means a lot. All right, good. All right, bringing it back to center. Let's connect those fingers together. Press those palms to the sky, big reach. And then lowering those arms down. You're going to connect the palms together, interlock the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then bring them around, connect them again, press the palms away, drop the chin to the chest. Opening up the back of the neck, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Let's rotate the elbows. And in the other direction. Good, and then up and down with the fingers. We did quite a bit of like planking and sort of those push planks that we did today. Up and down, and then rotate a little. And in the other direction. Good, shake it out. All right, guys, so that concludes our Shape Up class for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you back here soon. Take care, have a good one. Bye for now.